One piece of technique that combines both our knowledge of grace notes and our knowledge of strikes, one of our first embellishments, I call the grace note strike. You'll see some books call them strike doublings. You will see this frequently in the first measure of Amazing Grace on D. Like I said, I call it a grace note strike, and the reason for that is it is a G grace note to a strike. This is going to combine kind of the rhythmic effect of a strike with the attack and the presence of a G grace note. And the way that you play these, it's going to follow the same rules for both the rule set for G grace notes and the rule set for strikes. So you're going to play a G grace note on low A, sounding a distinct, although short, low A, and then a strike. If on B, it'd be a distinct grace note to B, a short B that is clean, and then a strike. C, again, grace note, C, strike. D, grace note, and then strike, all the way up the scale. E, again, because it's our top hand, it's just one finger for the strike part, but it's a G grace note with a strike. F is going to be a G grace note and then a strike, single finger because it's our top hand. This is one place where it deviates a little bit, and this is something that we haven't talked about. But on high G, you can't play a high G to adorn a high G. So we're going to get around that by playing a thumb grace note. Some people find thumb grace notes challenging, so I would encourage you to practice thumb grace notes on their own and kind of learn those the way that you learned the other grace notes beforehand. But it's just going to be a short thumb grace note. Your thumb will leave the hold and make a very, very slight high A pip, just like the high G, and then you'll do the high G strike. And then high A, because there's no grace note available above a high A, that's just a normal strike. So the grace note strike scale, that's a mouthful, it's going to look and sound like this, and I'll do it nice and slow. If you're worried about that thumb grace note on high A, those come up in a very, very small number of circumstances. It's worth practicing. It's worth building that skill set now, but it doesn't have to be perfect straight away. The rest of this scale, however, should be within your reach if your grace note technique is strong and your strike technique is strong. If you're having trouble with either of those pieces of technique, I encourage you to isolate those and practice those specifically. You can go back to some of my former Bagpipe Basics episodes to more closely examine specifically that piece of technique. But our strike scale, again, or our grace note strike scale, again, more specifically, is going to look like this.